We're going to pretty much be looking at what we can create with minimal or small action cameras. We have the Hero 7, Hero 8, Osmo Action, and Osmo Pocket. So we're going to try to use those things, use what we've got. You know, I know there's a push to keep going with the latest and the greatest, the new things or what have you, but what I'm really trying to look at is actually just creating. What can we create with what we have? I think too often we get in content. We're not content with what we've got. We don't use what we have in hand, waiting for the next thing, you know. And I get it, people get excited about new technology and things like that, but as incremental sometimes as the upgrades are, we're really not gaining anything. It doesn't seem like, sometimes it's kind of a lot of hype, and then the hype leads to disappointment because it's not exactly what we thought it was going to be, or as different as what we've had. And then sometimes what we find, or I've seen here lately quite often this year for 2020, I've found that I've been disappointed with the new versus what's been out for some time. It's not about necessarily brand loyalty or anything like that. It's about what works. You know, I mean, if you have something that works and you know how to operate it, how to use it. Question, I've been thinking about this too. Those that have a Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic 2 Zoom, have you used all of the flight modes, all of the options? Have you used all of the options that the drones that most people, you know, currently are using? Have you even used those to their full potential? I found myself asking myself that question. You know, have I been using what I've got to its full potential? And if not, then I've got room to grow and I've got room to learn. So that's something for us to think about. I mean, having a small business, now I do work full-time in law enforcement, but having a small aerial photography business that I do part-time, by all means, I'm not to the point of doing full-time work or going full-time with the drone work yet. I enjoy it, but I also enjoy what we're doing here on YouTube. I enjoy content creating, just kind of seeing what I can come up with or what I can learn to do, and I enjoy that. I use Final Cut Pro. I went Mac a couple of years ago, and so a year or two ago, and I enjoy learning that. And by all means, I've not learned all the options that you can do there. So here is my thing. This is somewhat of a challenge or something, or somewhat for us to think about, is, are we using what we currently have to its full potential? And if not, why are we continually waiting for the next and the next and the next? Or I guess for me, what I have to kind of come to terms with this year, starting out with the Skydio 2, end of last year, beginning of this year, wanting to be on the cutting edge of releases, and you know, doing the same thing with the Evo 2. It's hard. It's hard to do that. Unless you have deep pockets, it's hard to do that, or unless companies are giving things to you to try out, to review, to make those videos with minimal or no upfront cost. The average person can't maintain that. One of the things that I found, you know, I was thankful that I got to experience getting the Skydio 2, having it somewhat early and trying it out. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Then deciding to sell it and put in a pre-order for the Evo 2. In turn, what happened there is, it was just as far as like shipping, just starting to ship this week. I did a pre-order January 11th. It was shipping this week. Well, in that span of time, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things happened. I had the pre-order sitting there, and then COVID-19 set in, so that was taking place. Then I had to have some work done on my house. So, and oddly enough, the work on the house was almost dollar for dollar the amount of money that I had anticipated on spending for the Evo 2. So, you know, you got to take care of home first. That was the obvious thing that I had to do. So that being said, had to cancel my order, I think the day before the day before. And so you can say, wow, that's a bummer. Are you disappointed? Are you upset? And honestly, somewhat disappointed, but at the same time, I am so content with what I have. The Phantom 4 Pro for my mapping, and then you got 4K at 60 there. So if you want to use that, by all means you can. And then you've got then I have the Mavic 2 Pro, which is amazing for video and photography. So I'm still in business, and it's things that I've already purchased, things that have actually paid for themselves from the business itself. So in all honesty, it's good to be content. It's good to be able to know how to fully use, or most fully use the items that we already have. So I mean, I'm thankful for my little cameras that I've got here, what I'm using here right now, being able to try that out some. And my birthday's coming up, yay, big 44 coming up here. So instead of going with the new drone, and honestly, instead of even looking at the Mavic Air 2, which I think will probably be a really nice device, what I've decided to do is just create. Stop chasing after the latest and greatest. Stop chasing after those things that take our money from us, and actually try to save money, try to gain money, try to build my company, not necessarily try to upsize it in products or tools, drones and cameras, but use what I have to its full potential. I think that is exactly where I'm at, exactly what I need to be doing, and I have thoroughly enjoyed what I've been able to do the last few weeks, or this time of quarantine. Construction companies that I'm contracting with, they're thankfully still working, so I've been doing their progress reporting, still picking up some odds and ends, maybe not as fast or as often as I was before everything took place with the virus, because I was taking photographs. It seemed like here in the high country, real estate was really taking off and picking up, and maybe it still is. I've just not been getting the phone calls that I was prior, and maybe some are still waiting too. We're waiting for the leaves to come out, and the nice full green scenery that you have up here in the mountains come spring into summer, and maybe that's what it is. But it really made me pause. It made me think, what am I doing with the items that I have? What am I doing with everything that I have now? The tools that I have, am I fully using them, or is there room to grow? By all means, I have a lot of room to grow, but that's why I got into this to begin with. That's why this became a hobby. That's why I got into it. Being able to work for realtors, doing that, then getting into some 3D mapping, progress reporting, which is in turn turned into some progress or promotional work for camps, local businesses, things like that. So I have to say, I'm just enjoying creating things. I'm enjoying seeing how I can make new transitions, add really good music to the videos, draw people in, and in local Facebook and social media formats, share the content there, let people see it, help to build and grow my YouTube channel. So, hey, I'm still staying busy. It's just in a different light or different view. And I know the virus has had some very harsh, sad, hard implications to it. But likewise, I think if we try to look at a positive note or a positive side, we can find some positives there too. So just want to give you some food for thought today. Think about that. If you're a small business, it doesn't even have to be necessarily photography, videography, promotional work, drone work, but that's one of the things that I've learned watching other small business folks and what they're doing, learning from them. Again, shout out to Brian Shan, Top Notch Lawn. Love watching his videos, and really enjoying learning from some of the small business aspects that he had. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to grow and to expand, but it has to be at the right pace. And right now I'm at a good place, have the materials, have the tools and the equipment that I need to produce what I'm being called to produce. Probably, honestly, even a little bit more or better equipment than what I actually need. That being said, let's just be thankful. I'm thankful to be where I'm at. I'm thankful for the equipment that I have. And again, I'm not a drone collector. I'm not a collector or what have you of cameras. I mean, I have a few. I've been blessed to be able to have things to try out and work with. But the reality of it is, I want to be a content creator. I want to be very good at creating content, editing, and adding music, all the productional work that comes in. So that being said, let's try to use what we currently have to its full potential. Not get disheartened, not get upset about things that we can't control. Let's really think about what we've been blessed with, and let's make the most out of it. Hope you all have a good Friday. I know it's been a long time since you've heard from Jaybird as far as the vlog side of things, but I hope you all are doing well. Comment down below. Please subscribe. I'd love to hear from you because it's been a long time and I miss chatting with you guys. So hit me up down in the comments. Subscribe. Hope to talk to you soon.